A little bit cooler, but we'll run at the highest temperature of the day. Later this evening, Charlotte Motor Speedway will host a legend car race to top them all, and it's only on speed. Competitors will be battling for an unprecedented $1 million purse. So make sure you tune in tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It's the Legends Million, only on speed.
Rick, you cannot believe how much excitement as we see the caution flag is out here at Gateway, but how much excitement there is. They had almost 300 entries going for that $1 million purse tonight.
And one of the entries is Stefan. He won his heat race today, right? In one of the prelims for the big race tonight. So congratulations, Dad.
Thank you, yeah.
Car owner as well, I assume.
Well, sort of.
David Reagan actually was second in qualifying for that, so he is the lone Sprint Cup driver that has entered the Legends race.
And he won his heat race, so he automatically is locked into the feature. Look at all the damage on that 60 truck of Stacy Compton.
Now, this was some hard racing early in the going. It looked like Mario Goslin and Stacy got together once. This is the first time they go into turn 3, and Mario just does what we see so often, Phil. A little bit sideways on entry, has to correct it, chases Stacy up the track, and I don't think Stacy was too proud of him for that.
I don't think he was real thrilled with that. Here's another view of it. This is from Eric Almirola's onboard camera. You see him, he got loose way before he got in there. He really did a nice job saving that truck, and Stacy gave him some room. Now, this is a lap later. Watch this now when they come off this corner. See Ricky Carmichael up high in the Ford truck, and Stacy said, oh, I'm going for the bottom here.
Watch this. This is almost a big crash. Look at this.
Huge contact there. And what a nice job Jason White, Ricky Carmichael did to avoid that, as well as Eric Almirola.
And Max Pappas. You can see Max is saying, okay, sort this out, guys.
As a driver, tell me how frustrated you'd be if you were in the 60. As we see some guys on pit road, before you respond to that, let's go to pit road and Adam Alexander.
First stops of the day for these gentlemen going to take place at lap 14. Eric Almirola, not a great qualifying run, and he didn't make a nice rally in the early portion of this race, so they elect to come down. They will put on tires, and here you see Stacy Compton. You talked about him having an issue on track with Mario Goslin. Some decent damage on the right side of his vehicle. He will get 4 tires on this cycle as well.
They pulled tape off the front of that truck, so already maybe running a little bit warm. Not only the driver behind the wheel, but also the engine might be running a little warm.
That guy's warm on all accounts right there. Stacy's hot.
The fans have come back out to enjoy a little truck racing.
Get that.
And welcome back to the CampingWorld.com 200 from Gateway International Raceway. Just about to get the green flag once again.
My speed spotlight from last week, Norm Benning. I told you he'd be solid. Posted a 22nd place finish at Iowa. That is our first lucky dog from Aaron's today. So Norm's working on another solid day.
How about this? We're getting ready for this restart. You have teammates up front. Kevin Harvick had a 6-second lead when the caution came out.
We'll see how well Ron Hornaday does. He's so good at restarts. Green flag in the air, but Harvick dominating this restart, and right up in front of his teammate he goes.
Keselowski pulled up the side of the 33 of Hornaday, not able to make the move on the bottom. Johnny Sauter now may peek to the outside of Keselowski.
And he gets there, Phil. He gets Keselowski pinched to the bottom, so all the trucks running to the outside of Brad.
Ron Hornaday all over the back bumper of that 2. And here we're side by side for third. Keselowski to the inside of Johnny Sauter.
Watch his hands. Do you see him work that steering wheel in that 29 truck?
How about, can I have 5 points, boss, please?
And there you go. Ron Hornaday drives on the outside of Kevin Harvick. That was scheduled.
I thought maybe they'd wait until they built up a bigger lead and maybe swap the lead for a lap or so, but they just went ahead and did it right off the bat. Oh, got one into the wall or into another truck. Contact.
3 wide. Jason White on the inside.
It's David Starr now on the outside, the 81 truck.
Stacy Compton back there. And David Starr slides up the racetrack. He's able to hang on to it.
He made a lot of time on entry and gave it all up in the center.
Side by side for the lead.
Harvick got that lap by 2 1/1000ths of a second.
So there you go. There's 5 bonus points for you, Ron.
That's just being a good team owner there. He saw an opportunity to help out us.
For Brian Eichler in the 18, it is slow on the racetrack.
More coming. 2 more coming. Still coming inside after these 2. We're going to go low, inside, clear low, clear low, clear low. Get down there. We'll pit this time, 4,400.
Yeah, he's got a tire or something like that.
Got a tire down and we'll come in and change that.
Keselowski able to get back by Johnny Sauter for the 3rd position. Austin Dillon trailing Sauter now.
See the 18 on pit road now. That's Brian Eichler driving the 18 for Kyle Busch Motorsports.
Is that right rear down?
Was worried about a right side tire being down.
It looked like he was in the vicinity of where that smoke was off turn 2. Maybe he rubbed with another truck. Todd Bodine, I hear they were racing close together. Adam, what are they saying in the pits? Got a right rear flat, it looks like.
It looked like when they went by on pit road, it was a right rear tire, and they just said on the radios you heard right side tires only. So we'll go down and check out the tires when they take them off. Tough break for Brian Eichler early in the race here today.
So quick stops, right side tires. And Brian Eichler will head back out on the track.
Rick, we saw some smoke off turn 2, and this is what caused the flat tire. Todd is on the outside of Eichler. Eichler tries to crowd him with his right rear, and Todd was in there, and that just either tore the valve stem out or just cut a hole inside of that tire.
And that's one of the things that the Cup Series is looking at. That splitter sticks out a little bit from the side of the vehicles, and so it can get into a tire. Ray Dunlap.
Back to the bumper. Back to the bumper. You'll pull him off.
Just wanted to give you a quick update on number 13, Johnny Sauter. He's very, very tight through the center of the corner. They're going to make a big air pressure adjustment when they come in for their first round of pit stops. And Joe Shearer's crew chief reminded him that he had taken some tape off of the front of the nose early this morning because they were fearful that it was going to be too hot. He said, keep me abreast of that. We may be able to put some of that tape back on, which will help you with your aero downforce. Adam?
I wanted to make the point that when Ron Hornaday went out front, Ray, that he led 323 of the last 482 laps here at Gateway International Raceway. Of course, he won here in 2008. Unfortunately for Horn, the boss didn't let this lead last long. Hornaday is already pulling away again as Austin Dillon gets aggressive on track.
Yeah, they're all over that 13 truck of Johnny Sauter. We heard he had a tight condition, Ray had reported, and he just can't hold that truck down. Austin Dillon tried for 2 laps to get to the inside of him, couldn't complete the pass, and now Crafton's all over Austin.
And remember when we talked to Johnny Sauter yesterday, he said he put a complete different setup. Actually, his teammate, Matt Crafton, right there in the 88 truck setup in, wasn't sure exactly what they would have for this race. They actually shifted from one side to the other as far as the coil bind setup.
They stay side by side. Austin Dillon on the outside, Matt Crafton on the inside. Kevin Harvick really is in his own zip code right now in front of this field. He already has a 2-second lead over his teammate Ron Hornaday.
Well, he has a lot of work to do today because he's running obviously the nationwide race tonight, and he has to qualify that car, so he just wants to get this one over with.
And I'm guessing that he had a sore neck, so he doesn't want to look around much, so I'm guessing he'd rather just run out in front where he doesn't have to worry about anybody getting beside him.
Good point. Good point.
Kevin Harvick dominating. He's led 23 of 24 laps. The other lap was led by Ron Hornaday, and that was a gift from Kevin Harvick to give Ron Hornaday that lead. Now we see Todd Bodine moving to the inside of the 17 of Timothy Peters. Let's go back trackside to Adam.
And we just wanted to point out the valve stem is gone on the tire for Brian Eichler, and you can see the Goodyear logoing on the side of the tire completely rubbed off. So it's obvious that there was some contact with Eichler and someone else on track, and that the reason he had that right rear tire issue a moment ago.
Yeah, he just tried to squeeze Todd Bodine off that second corner, and the result was a flat tire for him. Luckily, that's all he got because Todd was up there and could have turned him into the outside wall.
And Brian was very quick to realize that he had a tire going down. Normally, in a lot of situations, you'd go down in turn number 3, the air would deflate, that tire would deflate, in the wall you would go.
As quickly as Kevin Harvick is clicking off laps, that could be a problem for Brian Eichler. Right now, he's 1 lap down, but he might not be in position to get the Aaron's lucky dog because Norm Benning will be the next to go a lap down. Harvick dominant. Can he make it 3 wins in the 2010 season? Stay with us. Tomorrow, this Rolex Sports Car Series thunders into New Jersey to continue an explosive season of racing. Don't miss the Rolex Sports Car Series from New Jersey. Tomorrow live, 1 p.m. Eastern, only on Speed.
As you can see, those dudes will race in the rain if it's raining now.
If the power went out, though, I don't know if they'd be able to run the race.
Okay, you look at Kevin Harvick there. He's leading. He's got about a 5-second lead. Last time by Phil, he ran 34.31. That's fast. Because second place 34.71. And what's interesting about that, second place 34.71 all the way down to 7th place 34.71. So if it weren't for Kevin Harvick, we got a heck of a race for 2nd to 7th.
Kevin Harvick's going to start putting drivers a lap down, one of those being Norm Benning.
He got around.
Carl Long is another one that's